If you were enslaved during the Revolutionary War, who would you have supported? The Americans or the British? Before you answer, you should probably know that unlike the Americans, the British actually promised to free the enslaved black people who fought for them. Being from the United States, I was often fed this narrative that the American colonists were wholly the good guys and the British and their supporters were totally the bad guys during the Revolution. But what's less discussed is that many black people sided with the British, some by choice and others by force. Right now, I'm here in Boston, Massachusetts at the Old North Church where we find the story of one such man named Cato. Records show that right before the Revolution, Cato was the last person baptized at this church. Now, as a black man, he would have sat up here in the segregated North Gallery with other black and indigenous people who were both free and enslaved. Now, Cato was enslaved by a man named Biles, who was a minister and rector at this very church. Now, Biles was a loyalist, meaning that he supported the British during the Revolutionary War. And as a minister, he regularly preached from this lectern right here. As tensions rose in Boston, loyalists like Biles were branded as traitors and driven out. In 1775, it's even likely that his own congregation pressured him to resign. So when the British were evacuating Boston, Biles fled to Canada, and Cato was probably forced to go with him. In doing so, Cato left behind his wife Zipporah and young children who were enslaved in Roxbury. He likely died in Halifax, Nova Scotia, never seeing them again. But Cato was far from the only black loyalist. In the 1770s, the British promised to free any enslaved person who escaped from the rebel master and fought for them. So while it's estimated that between 5,000 and 8,000 black Americans fought against the British, over 20,000 black Americans served with them. After the war was over, a portion of these people were relocated to Nova Scotia, like Cato. Their legacy is alive and well today. Fun fact, the actor and wrestler Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson actually descends from these communities of black Nova Scotian loyalists. So instead of asking who you would have supported as an enslaved person during the Revolutionary War, maybe the better question is, who would have supported you? Now that we've entered America 250, or the 250th anniversary of the United States, there are so many stories just like this that you can come across here in Boston, the focal point of the Revolution. Here at Old North Church alone, there's so many other stories I could have told. With that said, did you know about this story? And do you want a part 2 with more hidden history that breaks through common myths about America? Let me know in the comments and follow for more.